Hello. Welcome to the a fourth episode of Brian Says. I'm Brian, your pop culture diva extraordinaire, and I'm here to give you the latest dish on tea, fashion, and fame. I'm just on a personal note. I like to start my videos now with proverbs. So today's proverb is trust no bitch. And this comes from a little vacation. I just got back from Hawaii for someone special, and just no bitch. But I'm here and I'm ready to work for you. So let's get into it, and I have visuals. Yes. So first of all, I don't know if you guys are following this Clipper scandal. We're not gonna dwell on that piece of shit, but what we will dwell on is this new bitch who's kind of popping up all over my Twitter and my Instagram, and just having like interviews with Barbara Walters and shit. And her name is V Stiviano. And let's just get into this. Boom. This is like Daft Punk on steroids, and I'm living. Clearly, she's not worried about anything. And you know what? She's the mistress to Donald Sterling or whatever. And she's the reason why he's in hot water. But, thank God it didn't fall this time. What we will focus on, though, is who is this beauty? Okay? And this is everything. She's giving it to the paparazzi with this outfit. She's really got some really good media training going on right here. And this could be the makings of the next big star. So, something that I decided to do is, in my research, I'm going to tell you 10 things that you did not know about this bitch right here. Okay? She was born Maria Perez and raised in a small Section 8 home in San Antonio, Texas. Her mother is Mexican and her father is black. Well, I don't know. She's come a very, very, very long way from Section 8 housing. I mean, she looks amazing. Her mother was arrested in 2002 after making 3 of her kids steal $300 worth of groceries from a store. She was fined and arrested and placed on probation. So that's her mom. So I feel like she's following in her footsteps, but on a higher level. V. Silvano suffered from acne problems and bad skin as a teenager. She eventually got plastic surgery later in life. As you can tell, she looks completely plastic, and I completely love it. I mean, I'm a fan of work. That's good. I'm not a fan of bad plastic surgery. I'm a fan of, if you're gonna choose to do it, like, I would never really do it, but if you're gonna do it, you should do it well. I mean, I feel like she's doing it really well. She moved to Los Angeles as a teenager and attended the same high school as Donald Sterling and his wife more than 40 years after they graduated. The school is Roosevelt High School in East LA. Repping for East Los, hey! She changed her name from Maria Perez to V. Stiviano in 2010 because she faced racism due to her Hispanic name. V. Stiviano eventually began a sexual relationship with Sterling and was also linked to former Lakers owner Jerry Buss. So clearly she has a thing for owners, which is a good thing. I was just having a conversation about the power of pussy. And if you are going to be a woman who uses your pussy for power, you should do it with owners of basketball teams. Because that's the smartest way. I mean, no shade, no tea. I'm not endorsing that type of behavior, but I'm just saying that, she was smart about it. It wasn't like she was fucking with Ray Ray from East Los, the drug dealer. Sterling gave her 2 Bentleys, a Range Rover, a Ferrari, and a $1.8 million condo. And Sterling's wife is trying to sue over these items. You're not going to win that. But I mean, if you're cool enough and you're boss enough to get 2 Bentleys, a Range Rover, a Ferrari, and a $1.8 million condo, what kind of allowance are you getting? Because she is stunting. Like, can we go back to this picture, the paparazzi picture? Like, it's giving me life. It's giving me a lot of life. Yes! Number 8, V. Stiviano has been linked to Snoop Lion, Associates Bishop Magic Don Juan, and rapper Corrupt. Corrupt was photographed leaving her condo on Monday, April 28th. She claims that she didn't leak the tapes, but her Instagram proves that she was preparing for a big announcement days before the tapes were published. One post read, "It doesn't matter if you're sick, brown, or white, as long as you're sick, not black." I don't even know what that means. I don't know what sick means, but Maybe I'm a blonde. Finally, last but not least, Lucy Simeano is also friends with Corinne Superhead Steffens, and she believes she will be president one day. So, I mean, this sounds like a bitch that knows what the fuck she was doing, and it was completely planned, and she is executing it very well. If she doesn't at least get a modeling contract out of this, I will write a letter. So kudos to you, B. Simeano. You get my kudos for being one of the most bitches on my radar right now. And we'll move on to tabloids. Oh my god. So before we get into the cover story, which is about Miley Cyrus, let's just talk about some pertinent topics. Like Kate Upton. Okay, let's just look at her. She's serving right here. And this is a beautiful gown that she's serving. It's red. And she's serving it with a nice nude pump. And I believe the designer is Fendi. And she's also wearing Brian Atwood on her feet. I know someone who wears Brian Atwood, and she wears it very well. Her name is Kate Upton, and I know several other women that also do it. So yes. I know that you guys, if you guys do choose to follow me on Facebook at Brian Michael Fleming, or on Twitter at AdrianMichael87, or on Instagram, you will see me mention Kate Upton a lot because I feel like she's kind of like the Michael Jordan of supermodels. I'm pretty sure I've said that before too. But we're moving on to a little bit about Teen Mom. I don't know if you guys follow Teen Mom. I do. I don't know why, but I'm just like so sucked into it. So like Teen Mom 2 had their like reunion checkup, and Chelsea's like my favorite one. Chelsea Houska. She's like a girl on the show. She's a baby. I mean, duh, they all have babies, but she has a baby with this one dude who's like a bad boy, and his name is Adam, I believe. But Life and Style is reporting that she was hooking up with him, and she said that she wasn't at the reunion. They have like text messages to prove it, and it's pretty hefty. And it's just like, oops, she tried it. Like, don't try it, because you know you might be exposed. I mean, there's probably like 70% of that is fabricated. But I'm just saying that's why we're watching, right? That's why we're tuning in. That's why we read. Literally. And then moving along, we have to talk about this. Because I really want to comment on this. Let's talk about this bitch right here. This is Leah Michelle, aka Rachel Berry, on Glee. And I don't like her. She reminds me of Barbra Streisand. If Barbra Streisand was annoying and not half as pretty and did not have half as grace as her, that's what she kind of reminds me of. And I don't like her. And apparently she's in a really big feud right now with this beauty, Naya Rivera, who plays Santana. She's also was engaged to Big Sean the rapper. However, they're not engaged anymore, and I guess it's all over a Rolex, is what I'm hearing. But in other news of Naya Rivera, she got kicked off of Glee, apparently, and spontaneously lost her recording contract with Columbia Records. And for some reason, I can't help but think that this bitch had something to do with it. There's just something about her that reads diva. There's just something about her. She's giving me like Naomi Campbell tea. A lot, like, if you're gonna be better than me, you're not gonna be better than me, you know? So I don't know. Look out for that bitch, Leah Michelle. She did survive that whole situation with heroin with her boyfriend, which is really sloppy and messy. But excuse me. We'll go ahead and go into we'll go into the main story just because I want to keep it cute and sweet. But before we do, I do want to mention that the major color trend right now is aqua. So for all you lads and lassies out there, aqua's where it's at for spring, summer. So I'm talking about things like shoes, things like pants, shorts, swim trunks, like bathing suits, jewelry. It's all about aqua. And I mean, Lupita Nyong'o is serving. As she also served on People magazine cover, which is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about that, but I just didn't get a chance to get my hands on that magazine, but we will give her an honorable mention. So let's just go ahead and get into our main story, Miley's overdose. what do you believe? Do you think that she had an allergic reaction to an antibiotic, or do you think that she had an overdose? You should totally tweet me your thoughts at Brian Michael 87. No, at Brian ASU 18. Yeah, so BRIAN ASU 18. Tweet me your thoughts about this. Like, I really want to know. You guys should totally, like, we should have, like, a conversation. So apparently people are saying that, like, because I don't know if you know anything about Miley Cyrus, but she's been hospitalized and she's on tour right now. Bangers, which is an excellent album, by the way. But, so she's on tour right now, and apparently she's been wilding out since she's been legally able to drink and stuff, and she's been in the hospital, like, literally for, like, a long time, and, like, she was, like, pissed off, and I guess, like, she, like, tweeted, about to be the wackest 420 ever, because on 420 she was in the hospital, and she wasn't able to get stoned. We all know that she loves her marijuana, which I don't see a problem with, but she also likes MMDA, apparently, and she smoked a joint with peyote once, which peyote is something that's really, like, white trashy, and it's, like, kids in Kingman would do that. They would, like, smoke peyote and drink tea in peyote, and they would, like, die. It's not cute. I mean, it's, like, a Native American thing, but, like, it's, like, it's a severe thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's a Native American thing to do peyote. I'm just saying, like, it's a part of their culture. So what I'm trying to say, so I'm going to clarify that. But I'm just saying, like, peyote is, like, a hallucinogenic, and it's, like, serious and hardcore. So, so apparently, she's been hospitalized and she hasn't been able to be on tour. But what I will say is that Miley Cyrus is working it all the time. All the time, and she's giving me life. I'm living for Miley Cyrus. I just love the transformation, and I feel like, you know, when I was 21, if I had paparazzi following me, I'm sure I would be on the cover of Life and Style magazine too. Like, I've done some things that I'm not proud of, and you know what? I don't have a million people watching me. So, you do you, Miley. You do you, and stay up. For sure. Well, that concludes this episode of Brian Seyz, and like I said, you can go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Brian Michael Fleming, or you can follow me on Twitter at BrianASU18, or on Instagram at AdrianMichael87. Adrian, ADRIN, Michael, MYCHAL 87. Get into it, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share with all of your friends. Late.